The other element that I wanted to talk about is that there is a frequency that's really important in this kind of work. Therapy, psychotherapy, and counseling, psychological counseling, psychotherapeutic counseling is designed since ancient times as one session every week, as much as possible at the same time. There is a reason for that. It's absolutely nothing to do with income generation or any other superficial reason, let's say. It really is because it is a good frequency for clients to be able to build a certain depth to the work that they do with their therapists, and for the tension that gets created in that work. So let's say you have a session with your therapist this week, and then we uncover some things, or you get in contact with certain aspects of your work, of your process, let's say, of your past, of your present, of your psyche, of your emotions. If we don't have a session the following week, this work can really dilute, or the daily grind of your daily life can catch you back into the routine, and you can lose some of the energies and some of the questions and reconnections that you might have made in the session this week. Yes, we sometimes have to miss sessions. There are holidays, there are family requirements. We do sometimes miss sessions, of course. And so we could end up having one session every 2 weeks, or yourself with other therapists, not just myself. When this happens, however, there's a cooling down of your process. And so it takes a while to come back and warm up again and go back into this depth and keep that depth and be able to build upon it week after week. What also happens is, in terms of you being supported in your life sustainably through the work that you do with your therapist or coach. I'm speaking mostly about therapists though, because coaching has a different frequency to it, which I'll come to in a minute. When you know your entire system, your unconscious, your emotional system, your mental system, your physical nervous system also gets used to this pace. And through the reliability of this weekly meeting, the weekly encounter, the weekly holding and sharing and being witnessed by a therapist at this pace is really significant and important. And over time, you do feel very held. This becomes a really important, safe, secure, and reliable space for you to do this in-depth work. So the frequency and the commitment to that is significant, and it's there for a really good therapeutic reason. I will just finish by saying that life coaching or just coaching modalities are slightly different in a way. They do work in depth. I also personally do life coaching, and some of my other psychotherapists do offer also some form of coaching. Not everybody, but some of us do have both modalities. And so it's to say that coaching can also be very profound and very deep and very psychological. However, for example, the life coaching practice that I offer, the frequency of it is every 2 weeks. So it's not one session every week, it's every 2 weeks. That is also there for a reason. And generally sessions get booked in blocks of 6. So the general, if you like, phases of work in the life coaching that I offer is 3 months at a time. So we do 3 months. And then if we want to continue, because the work is still developing, we book another 6 sessions over a period of 3 months, and the sessions take place every 2 weeks. There is also a very intentional reason why this is designed like that. It's generally about allowing space for the client to work towards some of the, proactively take action towards some of the goals that we might have set. Because the idea is we set a goal for the end of the 6 sessions, a big overarching goal, and then these are split in 2-week periods, and then they are reviewed, and so there is a process of sorts there. So this is also very intentional. And other coaches, colleague coaches that work within Bright Shift and also on other platforms have their own pace, depending on what practice they do. So I guess the idea is, don't underestimate the reasons why things are designed the way that they're designed. Bookings, postponements, cancellations, and also the pace of the work. These are very intentional things and they have deep reasons. And as practitioners, we are responsible for holding these boundaries and for respecting them ourselves, not just to protect ourselves as practitioners and to be able to keep offering you this kind of service, because our lives need to be sustainable. This is, when it comes to the booking and the cancellation requirement and the payment and all of that stuff. But also the pace of the work is really important for your process, and it's very intentional from a clinical, also a coaching perspective. So I hope that this was clear, and I hope that you will benefit from any work that you're trying to start or that you're already involved in. Thank you very much.